So living out the Ignition spirituality in community is one of the things that I am grateful for as a community guide, and also being able to accompany people towards God and towards goodness. Ayun. Naku, matagal na. Kasi I started when I was in high school. That was Sodality of Our Lady in the 60s. It was 64, 68. I was the president, so that was my initial knowledge of CLC. It was a former Sodality of Our Lady. Tapos when I was in college, in the 68 to 70, I was just observing because I was a working student. But I heard of CLC. I was joining the masses, pero hindi ako member. I was simply observing, but I was already attracted to it. And then when I joined Ateneo de San Pablo in 1974 with Ate Rory, that was the first time I became officially member of CLCP. So officially I became a member in 1974, 1970, when I was a high school teacher of Ateneo de San Pablo. Ayun. Ay, medyo matagal na din kasi may kwento yung pagpunta ko sa CLCA. Yung I do not, parang, yung sa the last school that I taught, that was in 1980, talagang sinadya kong mag-apply sa CLC. Nakakatuwa nun eh. I was a member of LC, but I would ask Ate Rory to send me telegram para lang ako makaalis sa school, para makapunta sa CLC. So, it was April 1980 when I started working full-time sa CLCP. So, the first group was not yet a CLC. Mga aktivista itong mga batang ito, they were in college, they were in high school. Si Jean Abrina, Sino noon, was the youngest kasi he was still in high school noon. So I could say, I started formally so 1980 I started going to the urban area, sa resettlement area of San Pedro. Pero talagang yung formally, I started with, I would say, it was before EDSA, 1982, 1983, sa group na naging ang tawag ay Estrella. So sinadjing Abrina yun. So in terms of numbers of guiding, so talaga yun ang unang-una kong mga kabataang ang pangalan nila ay from Kabisig to Estrella. So yun. Tapos, dire-diretso naman ako sa ang membership ko sa Sunflower. Tapos, ang sumunod ng formaling ginaguide ko na ay may mga in-between, nag-guide pa ako ng Balaog for a time when I was there. Tapos yung for a time din, short time lang naman sa Piling Punla. Tapos yung formally, I would say, Estrella, then Ugat for almost off and on for almost, I would say, more or less 10 years sa Ugat kasi hindi naman ako yung una. Tapos yung sa Sunflower naman ay right after si Ate Rory ay nawala, si Ate Rory, namatay si Ate Rory 2 or 3 years ago. Doon ako naging parang nag-peer guiding kami. So, yung solo lang ako in terms of guiding sa Ugat. Pero sa Estrella at saka sa Sunflower, may kapartner ako doon, may peer guiding ako doon. Ayan. Tapos ito? Yun. So, yun ang communities na ginaguide ko sa kasalukuyan. Peer guiding with Estrella, and peer guiding with Sunflower, and guiding only Ugat, CLC. I belong to Sunflower CLC ng San Pablo City. Naku, marami. Unang-una, yung being a community guide, my sense of community, yung talagang the gift of community. Knowing that I am not alone in my faith journey. Ka-faith journey ko silang lahat. At saka it also parang with community guiding, parang lumalabas yung aking giftedness of in terms of companioning. Kasi din dalawa yung pagiging guide ko kasi ang laki ng gift ng ng spiritual exercises. So parang yung gusto ko, yung halimbawa, my personal mission is this, my personal identity, parang my I am statement is that that I was able to identify way back in the 1980s, sabi ko kay Lord, my I am statement that goes with my mission also. I am a receptionist of God, meaning parang deep inside me, part of my spiritualities, there is always a desire to bring people to God. So ang gift ang para siyang swak na swak sa pagiging CLC guide. Kasi alam ko, maliwanag sa akin na I am walking with people who wants in their spirituality towards God, lalong-lalo na klaro naman sa CLC ang Ignatian spirituality. So living out the Ignatian spirituality in community is one of the things that I am grateful for as a community guide, and also being able to accompany people towards God and towards goodness. Ayun. Things I find it difficult to be grateful for, not only as a community guide but as a whole, as a CLC member. Naku, every time na I would hear stand about na yung kahirapan ng buhay ng CLC, yun hindi ko nahihirapan ako doon kasi nahihirapan in the sense na wala akong nagawa as a CLC member. Very general ito ha, sabi ko hindi nga CLC guide lang yung ungrateful. As a CLC guide, wala naman akong lahat naman pinapasalamatan ko. Pero yun din, slightly, katulad ng halimbawa, pag may issue sa community, especially sa CLC ng Australia, kapag pinag-usapan na yung financial problem, as a guide, iniisip ko din yun eh. Kung natatandaan mo, parang ang aking tingin doon na hopefully makita din ito ng CLCP na ano ba talaga yung my problem is, and my desire is, how could a CLC Philippines be of assistance to our members who are poor, yung poverty of our own members and poverty of my katulad niya, merong may sakit sa Australia, merong cancer. Saan kami kukuha noon? Parang I feel so limited. Ang hanggang dasal na lang ba ang as a guide? Hanggang dasal. Kumbaga sa madalit sabi, hindi yung aspeto ng pangkabuhayan ng CLC sa bawat community as a guide, yun din ang aking pinag-iisipan. Hindi naman lahat ay nakaka-afford ang CLC member, pero pagdating na doon sa financial at economic status ng CLC members as a CLCP guide, pinag-iisipan ko yun. Pero hindi ko pa yung nabubuksan. Nabuksan ko dati yun, halimbawa, yung sa Australia, magtatanong kami ng, may possibility bang mag-member sila ng cooperative. So sa madalit sabi, doon ako hirap kasi ang tingin ko, kulang ako doon, o yung may dapat pang pakialaman ng CLC guide ang financial status, ang economic status ng mga member. Pero sa tingin ko dapat lang halimbawa ang yung sa family at saka sa poverty. Ang tanong ko nga sa sarili ko, ano ba ang ginawa mo, Aida? May ginawa ba ako sa kahirapan, sa pagiging dukha din ng aking kapwa member, sa kabila ng aking mismong limitation din financially, etc. So yun even before in my early days, ganun pa rin ang aking issue na yung tingnan nyo. There was a time na nag-comment ako, paano nga ba natin tutulungan o ano bang pagkakaiba ng CLCP sa sitwasyon ng Pilipinas, sa sitwasyon sa kahirapan. So yun ang actually it is my issue. Ayan. Ay naku po, siguro not for myself but for the members, yung financial assistance para sila makapag-retreat. Yun ganoon. Financial assistance for members to be able that they na makapag-retreat, maka-attend ng mga pero pera pa rin. Ang isa ka pa kung if I have to recommend for CLC guide, ang para sa akin ay lately na ko na mahalaga din na meron din ng skills ng accompaniment. Not necessarily yung skills ng parang spiritual director ang isang CLC guide. Kasi dadating sa in other words, kung halimbawa kung ako magse-set ng requirement sa aking mga karanasan, a CLC guide should also be a discerning guide. So ang at saka yung ang aking nais na i-suggest also for CLC guide is to have also a regular experience of spiritual exercises. As much as possible nga sana lahat kami naranasan namin ang makapag-retreat ng 30-day is either through the 19th annotation or through talagang 30-day retreat na dire-diretso. Ayun. Mas mainam yun. But I am very grateful because ang being CLC guide is also has affirmed my vocation as my Christian vocation. Na-affirm ang akin, wala akong parang talagang ang pagiging guide ay nagpatibay ng aking bokasyon bilang isang single. Because I said yes to single life. And I sa tingin ko din kahit yung mga married persons na guide natin, nagpapatibay yun. Kasi napakaliwanag yung my Christian vocations to walk with others towards God. Ayun.